One second, guys. Come on. Let's go, Twitch. Seriously, this thing better not crap out on me right now. There we go, finally. Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 21 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and today we're going to be continuing on with our Mets Superfractored or Superfractoring team build. So, you guys see I have my lineup here. I've got it all set. Right now, the closest... What's up, Phoenix? How are you? Hey, by the way, you should check out some of the new emotes I have. I mean, they're kind of basic, so they're not ones that I designed myself. They're more of the default ones. But hey, at least we have some emotes. But how you doing, Phoenix? So like I was saying, as you can see, Ronnie Mauricio is probably the closest out of everyone to Superfractored, other than friggin' there we go, spamming those emotes. I like it, Phoenix. I like it. Very nice. I'll have a lot more. I'll definitely have a lot more in the future. But for right now, we just have the three generic ones. I think, obviously, the high one is one. You also have this one, which is hype. And then we also have, let's see, GGs. So we also have GGs. So that's the three that I have. And the reason they're all orange is because of the Mets. You know, I'm obviously Mets, blue. Blue, I looked at it and the blue did not look very good to me. So I just went with the orange. The orange looked much better. Just finished some grueling homework, so I just had to, so I'm just chilling. Very good. Hey, you get it out of the way, you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. And I'm glad you're choosing to... I'm glad you're choosing to relax with me as I try to build this team of superfractored Mets, which my eventual goal with this is to take this online and like try to beat people with it. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it goes well. Yeah, but let's have fun with it for right now. Let's have fun. Let's kick some Colorado Rockies butt. And, you know, let's get these guys superfractored. I'm definitely looking forward to it. When I can build this lineup of all Mets players with freaking that are superfractored. I mean, I already know Pete Alonso is freaking amazing at P5. Not to mention I have Piazza as well. Hear me out, play extra innings, you could get some terrible teams and pitchers. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I'm just, at that point, like, I like to play as the away team. That way, I have 9 innings to be able to bat with my players. So if I play as the away team in extra innings, then I have no control over what the stadium is. So I could be at Ship It, I could be at Polo, I could be at, you know, Crossley, who knows? That's my biggest issue with that, is that I wouldn't know where I'm playing. Whereas if by selecting the Colorado Rockies, I know I'm going to be playing at Coors Field. And I'm going to be smashing the ball for the most part. I mean, I forgot who just did it, but... Yeah, and plus, it would be good XP, too. Like, even if I pick up a few wins, it would be good, you know, for the XP. Because I still gotta do that. I mean, I'm not totally rejecting the idea. I'm just explaining what my issue with it is, which is why but, you know, we can give it a shot once I'm done with this game. But what kind of an opponent should I look for when I'm doing the extra innings?
Batting second, the shortstop, number 1.
Like, obviously, I don't want to go up against someone that's a 99 overall, because this is a Mets team that is not a 99.
Batting third, the first baseman, C.J. Cron.
Let's go, Harvey. Come on. Ah, shit. Change up. Of course. If it's not one of the 3 pitches, I have to look over and find it. Low pitching and mediocre power and contact. Okay. Alright. I'll tell you what. After we're done with this game, I'll take a look in extra innings and we'll see what we can come up with. Because this is not that high rated of a team. I mean... Because I still have golds. You know, and I also have... I mean, a lot of them are diamonds, but... But some of them are gold, so this is not going to be a 99 team. Alright, we'll take a look after this game and we'll see what we can do. Oh, man. Ouch. God, I'm just so sore. I went to the gym with my sister today. And God, she worked me like a horse. Whew. I don't know what I was, if I was complaining, like, after I worked out, once I moved over to the afternoons at my work or anything. But if I did, I swear to God, it will never be like I'm complaining about it today. My friggin' sister is gonna grind me into the ground. I know it. I know she's gonna do that. But I know she does it because she cares. So I'm not suggesting that she's doing it out of meanness. Not at all. Quite the opposite, actually. And ultimately, I want to do this because I want to be able to live longer, and I also want to be able to fit in smaller clothes. And I understand that this is not going to happen overnight. I mean, this is going to take time, but, you know, if I'm willing to be patient like I was patient with, when I was working out the first time, then I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. I don't think so at all. Ooh, he knocked that one down, and he's going to throw me out. Yeah, it's... And again, guys, this is not like a New Year's resolution kind of... I mean, it is, but it's not that type of New Year's resolution where it's like, okay, I'll do it for a couple weeks, then I'll get frustrated and quit altogether. No. Alright? Now, you guys know that my goal is to get back into that Mike Piazza shirt that I keep talking about. Because that's my favorite shirt, that I am not able to wear. Kyrie, what's up, man? How you doing? Hi. Hey, did you check out some of the new emotes we have? We got some new emotes. Hey, everything's going good. How are you, man? Long time no see. I'm feeling a little sore because I was just telling Phoenix here how my sister and I just went to the gym, and she absolutely grinded me. And this was the easy part. Yep, there you go. We got high emotes. We have hype emotes. Yep, absolutely. And then we also have the GG's emotes.
Leading off for the Rockies, the second baseman.
So, again, these are pretty basic, so it's not like it's not like it's anything, new. From what I understand, these are generic. So any partner or any affiliate could have these. It's just I'm using 3 of them, and then I plan to have my own emotes at some point. Much better than the ones I've seen on other. Which ones have you seen? Like, do you have them? Do you have them saved in your emote chat thing? All right. So, what are some of them? If you don't mind sharing them in the chat. Really, McMahon? I nearly pegged you with that, and you're swinging at that shit? My God. A dancing Arthur. Okay. You don't like that one? Why don't you like that one? I think that's kind of neat that it dances.
Count is 1 and 2.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Oh boy.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
What is that? Some kind of fat guy, like twerping? Or twerking? I'm sorry. What the hell is twerping? Well, I can assure you, you're not going to see me do that. Nope. Not even if someone gifted like 50 subs or anything like that. I'm not doing that. Truman has some of the... Oh, okay. Ooh, wow. Yeah, and ultimately that's what I want to do. I'll have my own emotes and everything, but this is something that I've talked about for a long time about having, and I just haven't followed through yet. Now, I still need to talk to Curdy B and be able to see if he's willing to help me with designing emotes. So if he is, I mean, that'd be great. That would certainly help. So but for now, these are just kind of generic ones that you guys can use. Heath Hernandez. Hey, did you guys see on social media that the Mets are retiring Heath Hernandez's number? I mean, the dude's been a player and a broadcaster for them. Like, why did it take so long? What were the Wilpons doing? I mean, so many great players have come and played for the Mets. Like, we don't have Doc Gooden's number retired. We don't have Darryl Strawberry's number retired. I mean, we just retired Jerry Kuzman's number this past season. Like, what were we saving them for? Like, why were we holding back on these retirement things? Was it this idea that only players that get to the Hall of Fame should have their numbers retired? If we're going based off of that, I mean, then we're not paying attention to the guys that aren't even getting into the Hall of Fame. Like, if David Wright never gets into the Hall of Fame, does that mean his number is never going to retire? I certainly hope not, because in my view, he was one of the best Mets third basemen of all time. I mean, I'm putting him right up there at the top. Seriously, like, if anything, I'm expecting David Wright's number to be retired. I'm expecting Jose Reyes' number to be retired, because Reyes was a special kind of player. I mean, he basically, like, made base stealing cool. Well, not that it wasn't cool before in the MLB. Not saying it wasn't cool. I'm just saying, like, Jose Reyes really stole a lot of bases, and you know, at that time, that's what the Mets needed. When he was when he was in the mid 2000s and he was playing for the Mets, we needed that speed, because they had basically told Beltran that he was going to be the power guy right next to David Wright and Carlos Delgado as well. And just looking at, like, the 2006, okay, just the 2006 roster alone, you had Paul LaDuca. He was not fast. Carlos Delgado, power bat. Jose Valentin, well beyond his time. I mean, Valentin was still good for what he produced for the Mets, but let's be honest, that guy was not. Jose Valentin was not the quickest. David Wright, I mean, he stole bases, yes, but but for where he was hitting in the lineup, you know, in the middle of the order, you can't expect a guy like that to be able to steal bases too much. The fact that he even had a 30-for-30 season and was the first Mets player to do that since Howard Johnson in the mid 1980s is pretty damn impressive. But with that being said, you weren't going to see him at the top of the batting lineup. You saw him in the middle of the order. So you couldn't expect him to steal bases. Moises Alou, my God, that guy was a freaking tree. With how, no offense to his age, but, like, I'm really, like, surprised that Alou just kept playing and playing and playing. It was like, Jesus Christ, dude. And then Beltran, I mentioned that he was really more the power guy. He was the guy that he was definitely hitting in the middle of the order. There was no doubt about that. So you had Beltran, and then in right field, I think it was Sean Green for the most part. And yeah, you had guys like Endy Chavez who could run, and damn could he field. But Endy Chavez was not starting every day. So I just, you know, to me, Jose Reyes was our base stealing guy. When Kaz Matsui left, it was all Jose. It was all Jose. So, you know, Jose Reyes, for that reason, deserves to have his number retired by the Mets. I don't know if he'll ever get into the Hall of Fame, but I know that he deserves to have his number retired as well. I mean, I'm kind of surprised we haven't done Al Leiter's number. We haven't done freaking John Franco's number. Cliff Floyd, a couple seasons, I really don't think so. You know, there are so many guys in the Mets history that don't have their numbers retired. And this mindset that they have to be in the Hall of Fame for their number to be retired, I think is bullshit. You know? Why? What's up, Shock? How are you? Oh, here. Oh my gosh, I was out here giving, I didn't even give, freaking Phoenix a shout out. Oh my gosh, I'm such a horrible, horrible person. But how you doing, Shock? Yes, I'm doing you right now, but I'm definitely going to give Phoenix a shout out as well. Thanks for coming in, man. I really appreciate it. Were you streaming today or no? Because I really didn't get a chance to be on Twitch today. Unfortunately, as I've been explaining for most of the stream, I was at the gym with my sister, so I literally did not get home until 5 o'clock. And by the time 5 o'clock rolled around and I took a shower and everything, it was time to stream. So I'm sorry I'm not in your streams a lot more. I'm trying. I'm absolutely trying. It's difficult with the way that my schedule is working out right now. No pun intended, that is.
The second baseman.
I'll probably be streaming on Friday. Okay. What time? Because I'm going to the gym on Friday with my sister again, so... Maybe I can go right as soon as I get off work. Oh, wait, no, actually, I'm sorry, Shock. I won't be able to tune in for that stream because I'm working. I'm working the afternoon shift for that one. So I'm sorry, I can't be in for that one. Dang it. No, well, unless you do it earlier, like if you stream at like noon or 1 o'clock, I could probably be in there, but I wouldn't be in there for very long because I gotta go, like I said, I gotta work. And unfortunately, I can't run Twitch while I'm trying to work. I find it too distracting. So yeah, just let me know what time you're thinking about for Friday, and I'll see if it's something I can work with. I'm sorry that my schedule is such a huge mess right now. Just gets bigger and bigger mess. And then freaking next week I'm back to training someone, so I'm going to be going 3 days into the office. Attaboy, Batty. Yeah, I'm just training these guys to take my job. They're gonna force me now, and then they're gonna get these guys that they can pay for much less. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, my workplace isn't doing that, but I am hoping, because they just asked me if I could work with the podcast team for a little while, and I'm hoping that me doing work for them might eventually lead to an opportunity for me to be able to work more consistently with the podcast team. You know, maybe I'll get a chance to move up and produce podcasts or you know, edit them or do whatever. That would be good. Oh, I said I would give Phoenix a shout out here, so give me 1 second, because I'm definitely going to give Phoenix a shout out. Alright.
The catcher, number 35. Alias Diaz.
There we go. So there's Phoenix's shout out. Again, I apologize to Phoenix for not doing that a lot sooner. I didn't really think about it until Shock came in. Once Shock came in, then I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to give Shock a shout out, then I need to give Phoenix the shout out as well. If anyone's a Twitch streamer, please feel free to, let me know, and I'll give you guys a shout out. I have no problem with giving shout outs. I want people to be able to come in here and we can build the community together. You know, maybe you heard or you heard me talking about it in last night's stream or in the last video that I posted on YouTube. Like, my goal is to become a big-time streamer, but, you know, if I can't achieve that, well, at least grow my community and grow the community of others. Strike 3, sit down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jonathan Piazza.
You know, that's what it's all about. You know, people think, oh, I build a community by streaming and then just consistently doing that. No, you build a community because you interact with other streamers in their streams. You get them to come to your streams, and then that's how you build the community. A business thing doesn't, you know, if you were to start a business, you don't just start it and be like, oh, I'm going to get investors right off the bat. You know, they're going to be coming at me with the money ready to invest in me. No. The way you do that is you rely on some contacts that you've made in the business world, and you say to them, hey, here's my idea for a business. What do you think? Do you want to get in on this? Do you want to be an investor? You know, you gotta scratch other people's backs, unfortunately. But you gotta be careful with who you scratch, whose backs you scratch, because sometimes those people won't scratch yours in turn. They'll just take advantage of you, and then when they feel like they've gotten what they needed out of you, then they're gonna go ahead and drop you, and then you're back to square one. So, just a little business advice. Not that I'm in the world of business, but I'm just saying, like, in any profession, there are always people that are looking to take advantage. So, you gotta be careful. You know, unfortunately, I had to learn this lesson the hard way. People just took advantage of me whenever I was at college. You know, whenever an engineering slot came up that they needed, first thing they thought was, oh, we'll just call Jeffrey and he'll do it. And it was like, you know, my thing was, I was hopeful that by doing that, they would give me more opportunities. By proving I was a more consistent engineer, they would start giving me more on-air opportunities, more updates, more hosting. Nope, that never happened. Even though I made it clear to the director, the program director or assistant director / program director, whatever. I made it very clear to the directors or the board of the sports department board that I wanted to move up, and they just kept being like, okay, Jeffrey, you know, give us, you know, if you give us some audio, we'll review it and we'll tell you what we think. So I never got any comments on it. Instead, what I was told was just be more consistent as an engineer, and we'll give you more on-air opportunities. So, like I said, guys, you gotta be careful with who you associate yourself with. You know, people are gonna take advantage. That's just in our human nature. Unfortunately, they're gonna be. I might end up taking advantage of someone, or you may end up taking advantage of someone, because that's just human nature. At the end of the day, we gotta serve our own self-interest. We need to worry about us, because as much as we want to be nice and we want to build relationships, there are some people you don't do that with. Some of them, it's very early on you can determine that. Others, it takes time. And so, once you get to that point where it's clear that they're taking advantage and giving you nothing in return, that's where you gotta be like, hey, I need to. You're taking advantage of me. I know you're taking advantage of me, and you either can stop or consider this the end of our friendship / relationship, or whatever, a partnership. You gotta put your foot down, and if the person's like, okay, well, bye, then there you go. You just severed ties with someone who wasn't worth your time. And if they're like, no, we'll change, and they don't change, then you need to cut them off. You need to be like, forget it. You're taking advantage. I'm done with you. Put your foot down. Lay down the law, as they would say. Lay it down and make sure you look out for yourself. Other people, I like to think I'm someone that does care about other people, and I do care. But like I was giving the example with my college radio station and everything, I learned way too late that they were just taking advantage of me. So at the end of the day, I hope you guys are not in that situation like I am. Even now, I'm like seeing how my current workplace, I feel like, is abusing the fact that I won't say no to them when they need an additional shift or whatever, or they need some time. Not saying that they're horrible for it, but I am saying eventually it gets tiresome. So, eventually I'm going to have to lay the law down and say, listen, I want to be able to move up. You guys are keeping me doing these shifts that are not good for me personally, and I just hope that I get more opportunities, because I do want to move up. I want to be able to do more for the company. I don't want to just be a low-level person who makes little contributions. Not that I'm saying that people who are in the same position as me make little contributions. I'm just saying, like, that that position, when you think about it, does not get all the glory. We do a lot of work, but are we the ones that ultimately get a big thank you? Some kind of a thank you? Not really. So that's why I'm saying maybe by working with the podcast team, maybe this is my opportunity to go ahead and move up. Podcasts are actually what I believe podcasts are going to be yes, they're here now, but I think they're going to be the next big media thing, and I think we need to cash in on it. I mean, we're already doing that, but I mean, I think this is podcasts are only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm hopeful that these extra hours that I'm going to be working in order to work with the podcast team may eventually lead to a job with them, a higher position. So we'll see what happens. Right now, there's nothing set in stone, and unfortunately, here's the thing, guys. You got to take every opportunity you get. You know, any opportunity you have to be able to be in a higher position, you got to take it. You know, the one thing I regret is that I was told that I would get an opportunity to be, you know, affiliate desk, basically working with all our affiliates and everything. And I thought that was a way to be able to move up because I thought about it, and I was like, if I can do this, you know, what if I could go into, what if I could do this for television, or, you know, scheduling reporters or guests or whatever? What if that leads to bigger opportunities? But unfortunately, it never came to fruition because I think they thought I would be back in the office, and I wasn't because I think Omicron ended up breaking out. So me being in New Jersey, they didn't want me to commute. So they just went with the guy who was in the office because he was already in New York City, and now he's doing affiliates. I don't think he likes it very much, but, you know, I would have liked to have had that opportunity, and unfortunately it didn't come my way. So take any opportunity you guys have to be able to learn new skills and move up the ladder. Who knows? Maybe that skill ends up being one of the biggest things for your company. You know, let's say there's an emergency and you're the only person they can rely on. Well, guess what? You just made a good impression on the boss by stepping up. You were able to resolve the issue or the situation, and you're going to get a lot of glory. So, you know, take advantage of any opportunity you have to be able to learn something new, because you never know. You never know if it's going to ultimately be the one skill that helps you move up. You never know. Yeah. Ooh, Matt Harvey got up to tier 3. Very nice. Alright, so, whoops. No. Apparently we want to go to extra innings, so let's see. This guy's got great pitching. I don't think... Yeah, a lot of these guys... unfortunately, he's the one that's got the best pitching. Or the worst pitching out of everyone, because everyone else is all 98 or 96 or 97, so... Oh, so... Apparently we're going to go ahead and play in Coors Field, okay.
Leading off for Long Island, the shortstop.
Wait, he's got who? Joe Ryan? Oh, for a second there, I thought it was going to be Nolan Ryan. I was like, wait a minute. Nolan Ryan? That's just some of my advice for the day. Free of charge. Oh boy. Anyway, just talking a little bit more about baseball because I thought this was interesting. So you guys know how last month the Mets were touting that they got Juan Soto's younger brother to be able to commit to signing with them as a pro and coming up through the farm system for the Mets and everything. Well, apparently he had a change of heart because he decided to go right ahead and commit to the Nationals. Because I guess he wants to be part of his with his big brother. And apparently it was a much bigger deal than what the Mets were offering. Now, the Mets can't be offering big-time contracts to every player that they sign. I mean, that would just be insane. Ugh. But still, like, someone that has a lot of promise, like Juan Soto's younger brother does, that's tough. Not saying he would have become like Juan Soto, but who knows? Maybe he could have been a good star player or whatever. So disappointing as that is, it is what it is. So
The left fielder, number 30.
wish him nothing but the best of luck in his time with the Nationals. Maybe he will get to be able to make it to their big league roster.
The right fielder, number 30. Michael Conforto.
But we'll see what happens. Oh boy, Conforto. And then also, if you guys are paying attention to the Mets, apparently Heath Hernandez let it slip that the Mets are considering an old-timers game or an old-timers day for kind of similar to what the Yankees do. Now, I'm not here to bash the Mets about it. I think that would be a cool idea. You know, having someone like David Wright, Jose Reyes, Mike Piazza, Doc Gooden, Darryl Strawberry. After all, we're coming up on the, what is it? This is the 70th year or 70th season for the Mets? Or no, I'm sorry, it's the 60th. Because they were expansion team in 1962. So 60 years later, here they are. Who knows? Maybe the 60th season is going to be a lucky number for the Mets. I mean, you think about it. 25 years after celebrating the first, well, actually it was more than 25 years, but just a little after a quarter of a century celebrating the first the first World Series, the Mets win their second. Who knows?
One strike. Count 1 and 2.
Who knows, who knows, who knows? Hold on. Change out. They want. I can't see, guys. Unfortunately, I have to put the camera on top of a stack in order to have it, you know, looking at me.
Leading off for the Lions, the shortstop, Ronnie Mauricio.
So I'm intrigued to see what kind of an old timers game they're gonna do. Like I said, I'm willing to bet we can expect guys like Piazza, Wright, and Reyes in there. I'm sure we're gonna see Al Leiter as part of it. You know, maybe we'll also see John Franco. We'll see Doc Gooden, Harold Strawberry. Unfortunately, we won't see Tom Seaver. Oh boy, am I tired? Well, that's not good. 1, 2, 3 inning right there.
For Nashville, the second baseman, Jeff Chisholm.
0-2 is the count. Oh, that's it.
You know, guys, having worked out today, you would have thought I'd have a little bit more energy. I guess not. I know I'm going to have a lot of soreness tomorrow. I know that for sure. Woo, what a play. What a play by Heath Hernandez. That's why he's getting his number retired by the Mets. I think the Cardinals did the same thing for Keith. I think they retired his number, what was it, last year? Strike 3, sit down. Or maybe it was 2020 that they retired Heath Hernandez's number. I don't remember. But I really was shocked to learn that Heath Hernandez didn't get into the Hall of Fame. That's kind of like... I get when you compare him against some of the guys that I was comparing him to in last night's stream. Guys like Jimmy Fox and Lou Gehrig and Jeff Bagwell. You know, all these power hitters. Yeah, Keith doesn't match up to them. But he does match up against... if I can finish that sentence. But he does match up against some of those other first basemen that hit for contact. You know, guys like Orlando Cepeda. You were not expecting that guy to hit home runs. So I think it's rather unfortunate that he missed out on the Hall of Fame. And I don't know if he'll ever get another chance at that. Because that committee only looks at the golden age of baseball, so they're not even... That other committee isn't even going to look at Keith Hernandez, so I think that he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame. He just got very unlucky. But I hope that, you know, having his number retired by the Mets is at least some compensation. Because, you know, Now his name or his number is going to be forever associated as one of the Mets' best ever. He'll be alongside guys like Tom Seaver, Casey Stengel, Mike Piazza, Jerry Kuzman. So, hopefully... God damn it. I'm so sorry. But like I was saying, hopefully it is some kind of compensation to him. It's not going to mean getting into the Baseball Hall of Fame, but, you know, he'll be forever associated with... He'll be forever associated as one of the Mets' best ever. That is until Pete Alonso just goes on an absolute freaking tear, becomes the home run hitting machine that the Mets hope he is, and eventually just blows past Heath Hernandez.
The pitcher.
But first Pete Alonso needs to keep up what he's been doing. Go.
The pitcher, Matt Harvey.
Attaboy Harvey. There's no doubt, by the way guys, there's no doubt in my mind that Jacob deGrom is going to have his number retired by the Mets eventually. You don't win 2 Cy Young awards and then not get recognized for it. I'm kind of ashamed that Doc Gooden didn't even get recognized by the Mets.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Lynn.
You know, just a thought here, just a thought. I may want to stop swinging first strike or first pitch. Or I can just blast a home run with Heath Hernandez. I can do that too.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching, Trevor May.
So, but I really am happy for Heath that he got such an honor from the Mets.
The shortstop, Tommy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to go overboard like the Yankees have done. I mean, the Yankees, I guess, are like a yeah, they're a special case, the Yankees. I mean, but you have to think about this. They no longer, now with Derek Jeter's number retired, they no longer have a number 1 through 10 that they can give to another player. Isn't that like crazy? So if you wanted a number, if your favorite number was 5, I don't know, like because you like David Wright, guess what? You can't have it.
The right fielder, number 3.
Yankees retired numbers. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so if you wanted 1, you can't have it because that belongs to Billy Martin. Number 2? No, that goes to the captain, Derek Jeter. Babe Ruth, forget about number 3. That's Babe Ruth. Oh, what the hell? Number 5, Joe Dimaggio, one of the greatest hitting first basemen of all time. Or not first baseman, I'm sorry. What was I thinking? But Joe Dimaggio, the guy with the longest hitting streak in MLB history, yeah, you're not taking number 5 off of him. Joe Torre, arguably the greatest, one of the greatest managers for the Yankees, and a damn good player in his time with the Braves and the Mets and all that. Yeah, you're not taking 6 away. 7, we know that belongs to Mickey Mantle. Forget it. Yogi Berra at number 8. Nope, not happening. Number 9 is, or I'm sorry. Actually, number 8 is retired twice. One is by Yogi Berra. The other one's Billy Dickey, or Bill Dickey. So you can't get number 8 if you're playing on the Yankees, because that belongs to 2 players. So good luck with that. Then you also have number 9, Roger Maris. You know, the guy that basically, he had the home run record before Mark McGwire crushed it with 70. He had 61. And I recommend to you guys, if you're just a baseball fan in general, go watch 61 Asterisk. It is such a phenomenal movie. And I'm saying that as a Mets fan. It's a Yankees-based movie. So the fact that I'm saying it's a good movie when it's a Yankees movie and I'm a Mets fan, yeah, it's a pretty damn good movie.
Now batting, catcher.
And then number 10, that belongs to Phil Rizzuto.
Now batting, center fielder, Shohei.
So I'm just saying, guys, like, you look at 1 through 10, forget it. If you're playing on the Yankees, it's not happening. Strike 3, sit down. Thank goodness number 24 isn't taken on the Yankees, because that's my number, or that would be my favorite number. So if I do a road to the show, actually I did get drafted by the Yankees one year. One year that I did Road to the Show, I did get drafted by the Yankees. And I was number 24. So. Hold on, I'm just trying to... So what was the thing with Roger Maris? Why was there a thing next to his name? Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Attaboy, Nimmo. Okay, get a good triple out of that one.
Now back, the first baseman, Heath Hernandez.
Nice. Alright, well, anyway. So, yeah, just good luck. If you're wanting to play for the Yankees, you're not going to get any number between 1 through 10. So I don't believe you need to go that overboard with the jersey retirements, but for but for players that really stand out, and Heath Hernandez, to me, it should be more about his playing career. Just think of what he does for SMY.
Leading off for Nashville, the first baseman.
And I guess with that, you can also make the same argument for Ron Darling as well. And Darling does way more because he actually does the TBS broadcast for the MLB playoffs. And he was a pitcher for the Mets.
Your attention, please.
Sort of seems like that, kind of like, I don't want to say underrated, but definitely that guy that you wouldn't expect, but he had a really good career with the Mets. And he's so knowledgeable when he talks about pitching and everything during the broadcast. It's like fascinating. He can break down DeGrom's pitching to a science. And yeah, that obviously comes from the fact that he's pitched in his career, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But also, it's like, he's breaking down one of the greatest pitchers that we're seeing in the game right now. I don't know too many other pitchers who are above DeGrom. I mean, maybe you can make that argument with Scherzer. But I certainly don't have Garrett Cole. What up, J-Tag? How are ya? How you doing? Hey, let me get a... hold on. Let me give you a shout out here. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. There's your little shout out. But I want to... yeah, of course, man, of course. But check these out. I've got some emotes here. I've got some new emotes. These are the generic ones, but so they're nothing really special. But I think they're gonna work for now. At least until I can get my own. Well, I appreciate that you like them. Do you like the fact that they're orange? Because I obviously wanted it to be Mets themed, but I took a look at the blue, and I just thought it was ugly. I was like, no way am I doing those emotes in blue. So I just went with orange, and yeah, they're I like them. I think they're pretty cool. For generic ones, for being generic, they're pretty cool. So thank you to Twitch for being able to do that. I don't think you should have like too many free emotes, because I think you do eventually have to come up with your own. But I think if you could give people who are just starting out or struggling to come up with their own emotes something to work with, then I think you could get the ball rolling. Then let their imagination run wild.
Number 2.
But everyone's got to have a foundation, no? Anyway, you asked about how the game is going. Dude, it's not good. There needs to be way more content. Seriously, this is bad. I need to do more. I need more programs. I need shit to do. You know, I as much as I don't like as much as I haven't liked the Extreme program in years past, I would take that. I would take that, and I would be grinding it right now if the Extreme program was in here. But it's like this is boring. And the event rewards are really sucking. You know, you set the bar too high for Trey Turner, and then you come out with crap like Kenny Lofton and freaking Will Clark and Eloy Jimenez. So you're gonna tell me that Eloy Jimenez that was part of the Field of Dreams program, he doesn't matter anymore because now we have this 98 overall Eloy? Seriously. I mean, you can kind of make the same argument with, no, actually, not with Heath Hernandez, because Hernandez's card was actually a player program. Last year, Hernandez's card sucked. I did not enjoy that card one bit. You know, I wish he would have been a Met, but he was a Cardinal, and then it was so hard to hit in last year's game. It was just like he was barely usable.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
If I got him, I only got him for program purposes. I didn't get him because I wanted him. But I need. Give me stuff to do, please. Please. What was wrong with the old timers program from last year? What's wrong with that? That was a great idea. You know, yeah, people struggled to play some of the better players that were part of those teams, and you put it on Legend. I get that, but that's ultimately why the gamers have to put together the best lineup. And if they don't win, guess what? You're doing it over again. I struggled through that program, but eventually I got through it, and I'm not a guy that really plays above All-Star. If I'm playing on Legend, it is a freaking miracle. But I just don't understand why did they take out the old timers program? Why did they take out the Extreme program? It just makes no sense. That's more content that they could have released at this point in the year when there's really not a lot of baseball going on. And you can keep users players engaged. MLB The Show was always going to have content throughout the year, you know, throughout the season, because they're always going to have the Top Snow cards. They're always going to have the monthly awards cards. They're going to have the headliner cards. So, and they're going to have events, and they're going to have, you know, inning programs and everything. So, it's not like that stuff was going away. So, don't you think that now would have been the best time to go ahead and release some of the content from last year? Like, that really had no significance on the inning program or anything? You know? It's just like, let's think. Let's think here for a second. Put our thinking caps on. Not that hard. And especially those programs which last year were insanely difficult. You could get people playing and streaming this game for hours, days, weeks. You can keep them happy for months because they're so determined to go ahead and finish those programs. As long as you put good cards in it. Like, obviously, Babe Ruth was worth grinding for. I was going to grind for Tom Seaver no matter what, but Babe Ruth was definitely the prize of the program, as he rightfully should have been. And the Extreme program? That Nate Pearson card was freaking insane. Especially if you got him up to Prestige, forget about it. You were not hitting that Nate Pearson card. And that Christian Yelich card that was part of it too, woo! Even if you threw your best pitch at him, he was driving it a mile. He was going a mile, regardless of what pitch you threw. But I'm just saying, like, you know, why weren't those cards, or why weren't those programs in there? You know, we haven't seen, well, actually, I think we have seen a Ted Williams card. It might have been in the Battle Royale program. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure we've had a Ted Williams card. So I'm just saying, guys, like, if I'm at MLB, if I'm San Diego Studios, I see that people do want to play baseball. People do want to play the game. But you have to give them content to be able to play the game. Because what's my motivation for going after Will Clark right now? Or Eloy Jimenez? I can tell you what it is. It's nothing. Absolutely nothing worth grinding those cards. And we know ranked seasons at this point, you can get the wins, but I already have Trout, so what's the point? What's the point of me grinding out for Trout, or for grinding ranked seasons for Trout when I already have him? And I can afford a lot of the guys that are the ranked seasons rewards. I can afford them. That Trey Turner card was at least worth grinding for in the event. But that's about it. That is probably the last event reward we are going to get in this game that is going to be worth grinding for. Everyone else doesn't freaking matter. So, that's all I'm saying is, you know, we just gotta think. I'm still freaking playing this game. You know, I'm still here. I'm trying to do a superfractored team build with the New York Mets. And I just got Javier Baez up to tier 3. So now it's, who was it? Matt Harvey. It was Matt Harvey and Javier Baez now that we have up to tier 3. Gary Carter is close, and Brendan Nimmo's about close to tier 2 as well. So, oh shit. Ah, fuck me. 6762, 6761. Alright. 6761. I forgot I bought these guys. 6,500 shit. Oh wait, that was Vogelbach. What am I doing? 6760 for Aaron Hicks, since I don't need those cards. Just more stubs in my account. Next up would be the 6th inning. These cards. So I think I went with Gio Gonzalez because I was looking for. Actually, I may already have. Do I already have Fowler? I don't think I have Soria. Not that I'm really interested in going for him anyway. Hold on 1 minute while I... Whoops. Hold on. I'm looking up how much this Verlander card is now. Woo! I mean, I could afford him. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm not gonna do the buy now because that's insane. Instead, we'll make it 440,000. 440,000. If someone wants to sell me Justin Verlander, please. I would greatly take it. See, like, what's my motivation for going after Fred McGriff? I mentioned that this guy is a bench bat. That's all he is. And this was an event reward, along with Kenny Lofton. I mean, seriously, what the heck? You know, at least Josh Donaldson has the power and the fielding, so he's worthy of being that much. But freaking Fred McGriff for 200,000? No way. No absolute freaking way. So, anyway, I just wanted to show that off. We'll go back into this. Looks like we got the University of Tennessee here. Poor kid. He's probably getting shellacked online. Oh, they're gonna... And I probably just lost that kid. And I don't feel like going up against those Commodores again. New York Clappas. Okay, I guess we could go for it. He's got the lowest pitcher rating. Okay, so we can't... Oh, we can do a couple. We could do either Shibe Park or the Field of Dreams. You're back? Welcome back. Welcome back, Phoenix. Ooh. I'm taking you up on your advice for... I'm taking you up on your advice to do extra innings. We'll see how that... So far, it's been all right. No, I get that. But so far, what I've seen has been... It's been rough. And it looks like I'm going up against freaking Jacob deGrom. Which Jacob deGrom is this? I hope this isn't the 99 version, because this is going to be a long game. Let's see. Ah, shit. It's that 99 version. Fuck. Oh well. It is what it is. Nope. Go back, Mauricio. Oh, God.
Heath Hernandez.
So, I just, I don't know, Phoenix. I don't know anymore. I really wish MLB The Show or San Diego Studios would just release new content. Like, what happened to the Extreme program? What happened to the All-Timers or the Old-Timers program? Why are they no longer, why are they not in the game anymore? They were last year. I get that those programs were frustrating, but the Extreme program has been a staple in MLB The Show. I mean, as far as I can remember, MLB The Show 18 with their Conquest Extreme. They gave up. It was interesting because I was reading an article today that was suggesting that the MLB The Show 22 installment is going to be terrible. Not because of gameplay issues or anything, but because the lockout is going to impact sales. Because we're not going to have the Tops Now moments / whatever moments we're going to have now because that card maker. Okay, I get that, but at least it made you play the game because, listen, I don't know what, I don't know if you saw the program from last year, but that Extreme program, getting that done, you got guys like Christian Yelich, you got freaking Nate Pearson that was part of that. Those were some very solid cards. I mean, especially if you prestige them, holy those cards were tough. And then, I mean, look, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I was definitely not in favor of the Extreme program. But I tell you what, right now, I would take the Extreme program over just playing the CPU or playing extra innings. That's what I would take right now. Because at least it gives me something to be able to grind for. It gives me something to work towards. Yes, it would frustrate me. Yes, I'll probably end up cursing a lot more in the Extremes. But at least it's something. I should have never have played this game. Freaking Jacob deGrom is just going to grind me into the ground. I should have known better. I should have just gone up against the Vanderbilts again. Dang it. Now I gotta deal with freaking deGrom. Yeah, but I mean, it was. But I see what you're saying. It's kind of a love-hate relationship with the Extreme program. still, it's better than nothing. I think the biggest problem, if they were to do it right now, they don't have any cards that they could put in that program that would be worth grinding for. There's not going to be 99 Ruth, he's already an inning boss. There's not going to be a 99 Harper, he was a Christmas gift. Yeah, I know. I was being foolish. Now I'm not going to be able to hit, and hopefully Matt Harvey can hold his own. Because he's not going to get a lot of offensive help, I can tell you that. Strike 3, sit down. The last user team that was AI controlled, I mean, that was a spring training team, and wow, did the kid hit horrible. I mean, not even a 100 average. The guy hit .083. That was his team average, .083.
The first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Down, 0-2.
Strike 3, sit down. You know, I just, that's their biggest, with San Diego Studios, their problem with the Extreme program would be, who would they put in? Who would be their go-to to put into the Extreme program? And if you're going to make people suffer through the Extreme program, these better be some damn good rewards. If they're not, you're going to piss a lot of people off. But we know, like I said, we know Ruth's not in it. We know Seaver's not in it. We know that Yelich is not in it. We know Pearson's not in it. Strike 3, sit down. So who else do you put in there? Do we have a Ted Williams card in this game? I feel like we do. I think he was a Battle Royale reward, and I completely forgot to check that before I went in or jumped into this game. Yep, totally agree. All the best cards so soon. I mean, Ruth they definitely waited on. They waited on Ruth and they waited on 99 Harper. Or no, actually, not 99 Harper, because they had 97 Harper from his MVP season, his first one. I mean, I understand you got to start off with a bang and make everyone play the game early on, because you don't want people to look at these rewards and say, oh, well, that's not worth grinding for. Why the hell am I playing this game? You know, I just... Too many good cards out there now that are not part of programs or Battle Royale or ranked seasons. I mean, they could have done... I really do want to check on Ted Williams, because if Ted Williams is a card that's part of the program, or not part of a program, or even in the game yet, that would be an interesting option to do for the Extreme program. And Ted Williams is definitely a good card to grind for. He's one of the best hitters of all time. What about Rogers Hornsby from last year?
The center fielder, number 7, Mickey Mantle.
Trying to think of some others. You know, I think if I mean, they're not going to do this now because there's no way that if they haven't put him in the game already, they're not going to put him in now. But if they ever get the rights to Derek Jeter and they put him in the game, I mean, you do that for the Extreme program and everyone's going to go after that card. Everybody. So that Derek Jeter card, that 99 Derek Jeter, that would be a good card to use, or to go, or to put in the Extreme program. So Rogers Hornsby, frickin' Derek Jeter, Ted Williams, if he isn't already. Yeah, but I think what the problem was last year, Phoenix, was that they relied too much on online gameplay in order to get the best cards. Yeah, I think everyone would get Jeter if they would put him in the game. Unfortunately, yeah, A-Rod, I mean, they may want to stay away from the whole steroids thing, so maybe that's why Rodriguez is probably not going to be in the game anytime soon. As unfortunate as that is, I think for that reason we're not going to see him. Plus, once you do that, what's stopping guys like? I mean, we already have Jason Giambi in the game, but what's stopping others from demanding guys like Mark McGwire or Sammy Sosa or Barry Bonds? You know? Or what's stopping Roger Clemens from being in the game? Yeah, isn't that what I said? Sammy Sosa? Maybe I didn't. But I thought I did.
The third baseman, number 5, Brett Baty.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think we're going to see... that's why I don't think we're going to see A-Rod in there. No, I get that, but MLB might not, you know, they're still trying to clean up their image from the whole steroids thing. So I think the last thing they would want to see is a game where their license is leased to is putting in guys like Mark McGwire or Sammy Sosa or Barry Bonds or Roger Clemens, because that just reminds people that, hey, these are the steroids guys, and they're in the game. So I'm sorry. I know a lot of people. It doesn't matter about the steroids, but ultimately there's one organization that cares the most about that, and that's God damn it, and that's the freaking MLB. If San Diego Studios were to ever do that, I think they would get their licensing revoked. we would probably never see another MLB The Show game. The steroids program. Yeah, I don't think that's going to appear anytime soon. Unfortunately. That might be the Extreme program right there. That might be the Extreme program. And actually, if you do A-Rod after his steroids, like if you put him, you know, on the Yankees after all the steroids and everything, I think you could get away with that. Yes, he's in the game, but you're saying, well, we're focusing more on his time after the steroids. Like, you can make him, you can have him as a World Series, whatever. You know, his World Series win with the Yankees in 2009. I think that's a way you could get around it, but no getting around Sosa or McGuire or Bonds. There's no getting around them. Randy Johnson. That's another card that we need in this game. Randy Johnson. Now, don't you think that that would be a card that everyone would grind for in the Extreme program? Maybe not at the level that everyone would want Derek Jeter, but a Randy Johnson card? Yeah, I think a lot of people would go after that. Think of Cliff Lee, but even more on steroids. We never really, you know what? We never even really got anything more with Kirby Puckett. I mean, they were promoting the living hell out of him as the new legend when they were doing MLB The Show 21 promotions, but yet all we've gotten from Puckett is a low 90s or high 80s card. That's all we've gotten out of Puckett. We haven't gotten anything else, and it's like, why even throw him in the game if you're just going to give him a low rating? That wouldn't even matter, like, months down the road. Might matter to Twins fans, but he's not going to matter to the rest of baseball fans. I mean, hell, I didn't even know who Kirby Puckett was. Not sure if I even do know who he is. But you get what I'm saying, Phoenix. There needs to be new content. And right now there's no content, which makes this game very, very boring. I'm not grinding online for Will Clark or Kenny Lofton or Eloy Jimenez or why am I blanking? Fred McGriff. Like, what? We just went from having Trey Turner all the way off a cliff to having Will Clark and... Yeah, this game is boring. San Diego Studios, oh, hold on. San Diego Studios, I'm making a plea to you. Put new content in the game. Please. Please, something. Does not surprise me one bit. Does not surprise me that you did not enjoy that Eloy Jimenez card. I don't even think last year I enjoyed it. It was kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. You know? That what everyone wanted with those finest cards was 99, 99 DeGrom, 99 Cole, 99 Soto.
Second baseman, Javier Myers.
Those are at least the top 3 cards from last year are the finest cards.
The third baseman, number 5, Brett Bailey. Now back, the pitcher, Matt Harvey.
So, you know, that Trey Turner card, as much as I didn't get it, at least it was worth grinding the event for. But all these cards that they've released since then, and there's no point in grinding out ranked seasons unless you haven't gotten Trout yet. Because a lot of the ranked seasons rewards you could just buy on the marketplace.
For New York, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm.
I'm just, you know,
Look out, 21.
I just want some new content. Give me a reason to stream this game. Otherwise, you know, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream it. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. What happens when I make my Mets superfractored team? What happens when that happens? And then I go online and play a couple games with them. What am I gonna do then? There's no reason for me to grind out MLB The Show at that point. You know, to me, you play the game to get the cards that you want, and then you play the game to get them even better. And then once you do that, who really cares? Exactly. Yeah, well, theme teams, sure, I guess. But I'm just saying, like, you know,
The third baseman, number 13, Matt Muncy.
and I hate to bash what I'm doing right now, which is trying to show off my team build of the New York Mets. I hate to do that, but by the time I get this done, oh shit. But by the time I get this done with this superfractor team, like, what's the point? I don't have an answer for that. Strike 3, sit out. So unfortunately, we just lost that lead to this team. So that's great. Which hater is this? But like Phoenix, that's the other. The thing is, I'm a content creator. I know I could do those theme team builds But what about someone who's not? What if they're just an average fan of the game? They just really like baseball. And they play this game, and what? Once they're done, they're just gonna stop playing the game? I should have thrown. What I should have done is I should have thrown in Billy Wagner. Strike 3, sit down.
The first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
I mean, I feel like Madden kind of has the same problem. You know, once you get your... although, actually, in recent years, they tried to address that. They tried to... they tried to add all these legends at the end of the year that get, like, 99 overall. But before it used to be... What happens once you get the Super Bowl program done? Or once you get all the playoff players? What do you do then?
Leading off for the Lions, the catcher, Gary Holder.
I'll give NBA 2K a lot of credit. You know, with the whole NBA 2K league, and then all these new seasons in my career, not to mention my team, like they find that 2K is probably the best example of a game that is consistently putting out good content. You know, regardless of what part of the year it is, whether it's at the beginning of the season or it's the end of the or it's at the end of the 2K21 or the game's lifeline, you know. At least 2K consistently puts out great content week in, week out throughout the entire year. NBA 2K is the best at doing that. You think they need to have more tournaments and esports teams? I don't know about the esports teams because those could be rather tough. But yeah, tournaments would probably be a good way to get more players involved. Esports, it's tough because you have to get people to play. You have to get people to play different positions, probably at the best. And we already know what kind of a shit job the MLB The Show servers are. Whether it's at the beginning of the year or it's at the end of it, they're always terrible. Yeah, exactly. That's what my argument is that at least 2K puts out content. Yes, 2K is very dry in its gameplay, but at least they put out content. And as a gamer, that's what I look for. I want content. Give me a reason to play this game. As a sports fan, I'm already playing the game because I enjoy sports. But if you give me this game and not give me anything new for a couple months or really anything worth grinding for, then I'm really not going to be interested in this game. That's what my argument is. You could have a quality game, just have content to go with it, and it'll be a good game. Alright, extras we go.
Your attention, please. Leading up for Long Island, the third baseman, Brett Davies.
I don't know. Each game is good for what it does. I mean, think about it. Madden started this idea of having of building your own ultimate team. Madden, you can credit Madden for starting this whole idea of Diamond Dynasty and my team. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Phoenix. Mediocre gameplay but great content would make a good game great. I absolutely agree with you. But just going back to what I was saying a little bit, Madden, it established itself. So you're going to have that fan base that buys Madden every single year, regardless. So they already have the established fan base. I mean, they could literally do nothing and still have the type of fan base that they have.
Now coming in the pinch hit,
So Madden is pretty much secure, no matter how crappy their games are, and it seems like really over the last few years their games have been pretty crappy. MLB The Show, we know they're good for putting out great content, for most of the season, but then once we get to the off season and there's really nothing going on, that's where we drop off. So, in terms of in-season content, that's where MLB The Show shines. But yeah, 2K, absolutely. They put out great content throughout the entire year, like all the way through up until the next installment of their game. So, yeah, I absolutely agree with you there. What I really don't understand, because ultimately these EA Sports doesn't make a baseball game anymore. San Diego Studios is basically limited to MLB The Show, so there's no basketball or hockey or football game that's coming out from San Diego anytime soon. And then 2K, they've basically been stuck with,
ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
With 2K. So my question is, why are the developers of this game not getting together and saying, how can we keep our core fan bases happy, provide quality gameplay, and put out content throughout the entire year up until the next installment of our games? Why can't they cooperate like that? Why? These games don't come out all at the same time. MLB The Show is exclusively during the baseball season, which you can expect to be March or April. Madden always comes out in freaking August before the NFL season starts, and then you have the NBA, which starts at the end of September, basically. They make their money and leave. Exactly. Yeah. These game creators, they just make their content, and then that's it. They've made their money. Madden is always going to be a pay-to-play kind of game. That's what I can appreciate about MLB The Show, is that it's not pay-to-play. Yes, if you want the good cards, you're going to have to grind online or get ready to spend like buku or massive amount of stubs. But at least it's not pay to play. 2K, I kind of feel like they still offer decent content. But if you want to be the best, you're probably going to have to pay.
The right fielder, number 30, Michael Piazza.
Yeah. But if they, but I'm just saying, Phoenix, if they combine their what makes their games great and put it into each game, each sports title game, I guarantee you, those games would be sold out within the first 24 hours. And you would draw a lot more people into Madden. You would draw a lot more people into 2K. And then when those seasons are, when the Madden or the NFL season is over, you know, then people can switch over to MLB and just play that until the new Madden game comes out.
The catcher,
By the way, I'm going to lose this game. I know I'm going to lose this game.
Your attention, please. Consider. From Jealous. Leading for Long Island, the third baseman, Brett Davis.
I don't know, Phoenix. It's just... I would think that these games would be a lot better if they just combined what makes each game great. You do that, you've got 3 great games that are going to make mega bucks, and these game developers that are developing these games aren't even competing with each other. That's what my argument is.
Your attention, please. Consider the snap.
Oh, God. Thank you for fouling that off, Mauricio. That was just a terrible, terrible thing for me to do. That was even worse. Now I have to throw in Aaron Luke. So Wagner's not getting the win, neither is Familia. I'm going to start running out of Mets pitchers here. And never mind, because there goes Aaron Luke right there, giving up the game-winning home run. I told you guys I was going to lose this game. I called it. Who was it? Friggin' Starling Marte? You think Luke Voigt should get a better card? What was Voigt's year this year? Let's see. Whoops. Luke. There he is. Luke Voigt. Stats. So 2021, he had 241 plate appearances, 213 at-bats. In that, he got 51 hits. He did get a triple. He had 11 home runs, which I kind of find that disappointing, especially when you consider he was in the American League. He was playing at Yankee Stadium. Don't you think he should have hit more home runs? 35 RBIs, that's it? He struck out like 74 times. So he had more strikeouts this year than he did hits. His slugging percentage is absolutely horrendous. And an OPS of .764? 68 game. Okay. Well, still, he got 241 plate appearances. And you're telling me that the best you could get out of that is 51 hits? Well, then you got the short end of the stick. I'm sorry, Phoenix. You got the short end of the stick on that deal. There's Nimmo. He's got up to tier 2. I told you Nimmo was close. Carter's close too. Alright, I think I can do one more game. This guy's got 97 pitching. A whale. A whale superfractored card. And he's championship series. Holy shit. But this is about the best that I'm going to do in terms of I don't know. What do you think, Phoenix? Do you think I should go for this one? Or do you think I should back out and try to get a reset? Alright. 97 pitching. Nah, not that much better. Was that the... No, that wasn't it. Okay, this looks like a pretty sucky team. 85 pitching, 77 defense. This might work. Yeah, I think I'll take on this challenge. Oh God, they're Okay, well, we're not playing at Coors Field. Coors Field, excuse me. I guess we're at his mercy. Whatever ballpark is available, I guess. How the hell does he not have Fenway Park? Definitely not playing at Oracle. I'm thinking Wrigley, but I'm also thinking Angel Stadium. Wrigley or Angel Stadium? You use created? No, I'm not using mine because you can't hit home runs in mine. My thing is my thing doesn't have the elevation to be able to blast home runs.
Leading off for the Lions, the shortstop, Ronnie.
I really don't have the space on my external drive to be able to download. And plus, it's too late in the year to be downloading anything because the new game is going to come out in April. And I know that seems like a long way off, but believe me when I say that, you know, it'll be here a lot sooner than you think. So I don't think I'm going to download some. If really anything, I should just raise the elevation on my stadium. Just raise it up to a mile and... What do you mean? Oh, okay, so what do you mean? What stadiums do you have for paralleling? Or for parallel XPing? That was even worse. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I said that.
Leading up for Georgia, the second baseman, Chisholm.
Outside, that's ball.
Come on, Harvey, you gotta stick with me here. Can't be struggling right out of the gate.
That's out.
Otherwise, we're in for a long night. Or a long game. God damn it. I need to get this Harvey card up to parallel 5 as quickly as possible. And hopefully he's good then, because at tier 3 he's giving up this many home runs. I hope it only gets better. Like, for me, I feel like a Boston Red Sox or a Fenway Park would be a good stadium to do the to level up your players. Or Coors Field, since you can drive a lot of home runs, or ship it. You know, you can hit a lot of home runs and ship it, but get ready to. Well, I guess you could always play away as long as you're in extra innings.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Mitch Garver.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Strike 3. So, yep, Laughing Mountain. What's the matter? You don't like Red Canyon Ballpark?
The left fielder, Blitz Floyd.
I'm sorry. I had to take that one. I had to. Oh, man. I mean, come on. You set yourself up for that one. Yes, inadvertently you did it, but you still did it nonetheless.
The second baseman, Javier Vargas.
I mean, I know that they don't want people to... They don't want people to, you know, use friends to be able to get the best cards and everything. But I would really like to see them include play versus friends in the in terms of the XP. Maybe you do it at 3/4 or whatever, so less than one, or oh yeah. You do it at 3/4, I think you'd be okay. That way nobody's abusing the system.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Matt Harvey.
Okay, alright, I look forward to it, Phoenix. Hopefully we can have another great game. Because that really was a back and forth effort. Matt Harvey hit a freaking home run? What? Hey, give me enough time. I could get this team up to parallel 5 and maybe we can use this team. It might take me a couple months, but I think we can get there.
The first baseman, Heath Hernandez.
Oh, that's out.
I think what they call that is helping out your own cause in baseball. Yeah, but now Noah Syndergaard can't say that anymore because now he's playing in the American League, so he won't get to hit. So now if he sucks at pitching, that's all he's good for. And I know that that's not Matt Harvey, but I know Noah Syndergaard is not Matt Harvey. But still, you know, DeGrom or Harvey, you know, Syndergaard, he could hit home runs. He did it in the past.
Not shortstop.
But now going over to the American League, you're not really going to have that. Oh boy. Yeah, I am seriously going to want to consider a relief pitcher at some point for Harvey. I don't. God, he gives up way too many home runs. More than I'm comfortable with. Maybe I'm just playing at Wrigley, so that might make it tough, but I didn't think Wrigley was all that much of a hitter's ballpark. Yeah, that netting that's around the outfield wall definitely helps. in terms of home runs and everything, but aside from that, I don't know how this is really a hitter-friendly ballpark.
The first baseman, number 17, Heath Hernandez. The catcher,
Ugh.
Gary.
Ouch.
Leading off for Georgia, the center fielder, Lou Brock.
Come on, Harvey. Let's get through this.
The back, the second baseman, Chisholm.
God, Newhouser really sent that one flying for his hitting stats, for his hitting attributes. He really sent that one a waste. Lot longer or a lot farther than I'm comfortable with.
Now batting, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Strike three, sit down.
Leading off for Long Island, the left fielder, Cliff Floyd.
Okay, got a little bit lucky there, but I'll take a base hit.
The right fielder, number 20, Mike Piazza.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how to make it so that you could get the list of commands. Uh-oh. Ooh, thank God.
Now back, second baseman, Javier Vargas.
Good thing I went back because I was ready to go to third. I thought that was going to be out of here.
The third baseman, number 5, Rex Davis.
But Phoenix, the strikeout command is already there. You didn't even need to add strikeout. The strike command was already there. Look. See? I even have that in my title.
Leading off for the first base, the right fielder, Bryce Harper.
The ones in my title, I don't want those messed with. By the way. Those ones that are in the titles, those are going to stay exactly as they are. I do not want anyone touching those in terms of modifications.
The batter, the catcher, Mitch Garver.
Aye. 0-1's the count. Ball left field. He's dead.
Now batting, first baseman. Heath
Come on, Harvey. Let's get out of this.
Hernandez.
Look out, 1-1.
Strike three, sit down.
Now batting, the left fielder.
0-1.
Reese Hoskins.
No balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3.
Strike three, sit down. No. Too early.
The pitcher, Matt Harvey.
Too early for Harvey to be thinking about pinch hitter for Harvey. Alright. There we go. Look at Harvey freaking getting it done with the bat. Freaking home run, now a single. I'll take it.
The center fielder, number 1.
Come on, Nimmo. There you go. Hell yeah. Let's go. Get that hype in the chat.
The first baseman, number 17, Heath Hernandez.
Too late now at this point. Oh well.
The catcher, Gary Carter.
I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that Gary Carter is going to end up being parallel 3 once this game is over. Which is good, because that makes it 3 now for parallel 3. That's Harvey. Who was the other one? Bias, I believe? Yeah, I think Bias ended up... Bias ended up tier 3, and now we've got... And now we could have Gary Carter.
One ball, 1 strike.
Okay, no problem, Phoenix. No problem. Unfortunately, I just gave up another home run, but thankfully I had a 2-run shot in the top of the 5th. So,
Nope.
so I think I'm okay for right now.
Ball 2.
Strike 3, sit down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman,
Back with the air.
Jazz Chisholm.
Ball in.
Actually, it's probably good that that happened. Because otherwise that would have been a home run, probably. Strike 3, sit down.
Your attention, please.
Get through, get through. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that base hit. Nope, turned it way too late. Way too late. And dang it. Again, I gotta get better. I can't be swinging at first pitches all the time.
The third baseman, Chris Ryan.
0-1's the count. Nope, that's inside. I got to count 1 and 2.
Strike 3, sit down. Oh, wrong pitch.
The right fielder,
Whoops.
number 3, Ryan Harper.
No, that's fast.
God, this makes me nervous. This Harper card could drive one if he needed be. Strike 3, sit down.
The catcher, number 8, Mitch Garver.
Wait, which Mitch Garver? Oh, this is the finest one, of course.
Ball.
Strike 3, sit down. Wow. Got Garver looking silly on that one.
Leading off for Long Island, the third baseman.
I'm going to let this one go, actually. Going to get Familia up and warming. Which one? The Bryant card? Well, what did they do so wrong with him? Like, was it his power, his fielding? What was it?
Now back, the pitcher, Matt Hornsby. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now coming in the pinch hit, Khalil Lee.
Oh, the Garver card. Yeah. I mean, it's tough to make a catcher like Garver good. His fielding his contact. Yeah, it's just tough.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, let's go, Familia.
your attention,
You're in.
please. Now pitching, Julie Familia.
0-1's the count.
Leading off for Georgia, the first baseman, Pete
I got to count 0 and 2.
Alonso.
That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad.
Now batting, the left fielder, Reese
0-1.
Hoskins.
Count count. 0-2.
Strike three, sit down. Let's go, Familia. Keep mowing down these hitters. They're not touching you.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Strike three, sit down.
Leading up for the Lions, the center fielder, Brandon Swindle.
Damn it. Wow, that looked like it was so much better hit than it actually was. Like, I thought that was going to get out. But I guess not. I guess, what do I know? MLB The Show physics for you anyway. Attaboy, Heath. Jersey retirement numbered, well deserved. Or jersey retirement ceremony, well deserved.
Now batting, the left fielder with Floyd.
Nice, Floyd. Attaboy. Wussies. Hey, what are those fans doing in the dugout? The heck, MLB The Show? I can't get that kind of an experience at a regular game. Why are these virtual fans getting the best seat in the house? Well, I guess I'm running with Familia from here on out. Or I'm running with Familia to finish this game. I kind of figured I was going to do that anyway, considering I only had a 3-run lead to work with, but now that I've added more, there's just no point. I might as well go for the save with Familia. Not that he had a bad inning the last thing. He actually had a really good inning. So, if he can continue to have good innings, I think I won't expect much of a comeback here.
One ball, 2 strikes. Down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Jeff Chisholm.
0-1's the count. That's count 0-2.
Strike 3, stay down. Go get that save, Familia.
Leading off for Long Island, the shortstop, Ronnie Mauricio. The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Miller. The first baseman, number 17, Heath Hernandez.
Attaboy Keith. Which Nimmo is it? That is the 99 Nimmo.
The catcher, number 8,
I think I had to buy him after I didn't get him out of the first set. I had to pay quite a bit of subs for him. Which, I mean, it sucked, but it was what it was. Come on, Familia, let's finish this off.
the third baseman, Chris Ryan. The right fielder, number 3, Ryan Harper.
Yeah, look, that was around the time that I was starting the super, or I had just gotten started with the superfractoring series, and once Nimmo came out, I was like, I gotta get him. Yeah, I know, but oh well, hindsight is 20/20, honestly. Strike 3, sit down. Well, that Nimmo card actually had a good game. He went 2 for 5 with 2 home runs, so good on him. I told you Gary Carter would get up to tier 3. Ugh. Well, I didn't, unfortunately, and I bought all five packs, and hey, look at that! We got Justin Verlander. How about that? Let's go check him out. Whoops. Yep, there he is. How nice. Good, because that was one card that I really wanted to have. That Verlander card I've been looking for all season. Yeah, I could have waited till his price went down even further, but I saw that I could still afford it and yet be over 1 million subs. So I just went ahead and bought him. Or I went ahead and put in a buy order. I put in a buy order for him before I came on stream. Or actually, I might have done it while I was on stream. So that's how I got that Verlander card. But unfortunately, guys, that's going to do it for this stream. I want to thank everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a very happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you you subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. That way you know when I post my videos. If you're here on Twitch and you haven't checked out my YouTube yet, let me put in the link here to be able to send you to my YouTube. So go check it out if you're here on Twitch. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitter at Jeffrey Warner 3. The link is in the About page that's underneath the stream here. Go check that out. I'll always tweet whenever I go live. You can also, I'll also put it in here. I don't know if Nightbot's had some time to be able to. Yep, there we go. All right, so you can follow me at that link. Like I said, I'll always tweet whenever I go live. Or you could just turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. I appreciate that, Phoenix. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. So tomorrow, guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. Probably this again, but let me see if I can figure out something that's a little bit better. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a great night.